Okay, so one more video today for the WinForms program, but I'm not really going to write much code. In the previous video, we established this action event handler for handling the button click events, and those are the most key functions that the program will do is those button events. So buttons, menus, those typically end up driving the high level functionality of the program. So we implemented uh, clear controls, which can, basically it's just removing the values from the text boxes, removing the values from or basically a default selection from the combo box, and then setting focus back up at the text box. These events, actually all of these, will end up triggering this UI change event multiple times, which will end up calling these, which will end up calling these extension methods, but they all work well. They all kind of function in a circuit, if you will, and um, do the right thing. So now the next thing to do is to implement the functionality for AddTasks. And so this will end up being quite a bit in the longer run. But I think there's a shorter run for us to stop at. And that is I'll just kind of write some comments in here, and you can use the comments as guidance. Um, so I'm just going to say um, use the values of UI controls, text boxes, combo box, so to build an instance of a task class, a task object. So an instance of a task class is a task object. So you you may not have a task class defined, so you're going to have to define a task class. So with your task class, you'll create a new instance of task. You'll populate its properties using the data from the UI controls. Either just going to continue that. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is good. When this method is clicked, or this button is clicked, you're going to run this method. You're going to take the values of the controls, these controls here, of course it's yours are a little different, and you're going to build an instance of a task object based on a task class that you probably still have to code up. And that'll involve creating a new instance of it using the new statement, the new operator. You'll populate its properties, so its name, its description, its content, its category, etc., um, using the data from these controls. And you can do that either by creating the object with no parameters in the constructor, or you can pass all the parameters into the constructor. It's up to you. So you can go either way on that. Then you're going to want to create a method on the task class that can create a simple report. The report should include all the properties of the task. So it ought to say task name, colon, then the name of the task. Then it should do a new line, a return. Then it should say task description, and then a colon, and then it ought to write out the task description. So a single string with embedded new lines to kind of make it kind of go vertical, showing the name of the property and the value of the property all the way down. So, and then you'll put that basically into your text box at the bottom. So that's going to take you some, some work. And then finally, you're going to want to call the clear controls method to the screen. So it already exists. You just simply call it. And you'll find out you're going to end up calling clear controls via the clear button and also the add task button. Obviously, you'll make it at the end, because otherwise you're going to wipe out the values that you need to populate your task class. So if this doesn't end up being enough for you, just do your best, play around, and see what you can figure out. Then feel free to send me a text or give me a call, and I can do what I can. I can even do a Zoom session with you. So just let me know how I can help. I will be home tomorrow afternoon, so maybe depending on when you do this, we can just talk in person. All right, good luck on it. I'll talk to you soon.